Hello everybody, I'm coming up with you with a deck profile of Yang Zing's for the new format. This is pretty much the build that I used in the Atlanta Regional that we just had yesterday, and I managed to top with them, so to be honest, I'm really proud of that. And so I'm just going to give you a quick rundown dealing with the monsters and stuff, dealing with the lineup, and then my personal techs and matches and stuff. Alright, so basically we run with three Jiao 2 Chiwin, 3 Swanee, 2 Beyond, 2 Bixie, 1 Taotai, 1 Pulau, and then I added on the Zephyr archetype as well. Just only the 2 Zephranu and 1 Zephroxy. And then for the non-Yang Zing cards, I added on 2 Maxi, 1 Ryo, and then 1 Nefarious. Nefarious was a last minute main deck card that I decided to put in. And the reason that I did that was just so that I can increase my chances for a possible rank 4 play. To be honest, it only came out to help out one time during the entire day, but I'll probably keep this in for a little while longer, even though it's only making this into a 41 card deck until I see otherwise. So that's pretty much how it is for that. Meanwhile, for the spells, I have 3 Path, 2 Typhoon, 2 Dark Hole, 1 Book of Eclipse, and Book of Moon, and then 1 Soul Charge. The reason why I decided to play Book of Eclipse is because it helps stop my monsters from being destroyed potentially or having their effects negated. Mainly prioritizing on Jiao 2. I can help dodge the effects in case I want to go off with Jiao 2, and meanwhile they'll try to play Phoenix Chain or Veiler, and then I managed to get away with that. I had 2, but I decided to take 1 out in place of the second Dark Hole, because Dark Hole is like really good for me in this case to where I can use 2. And then for the traps, 3 Creation, 2 Mistake, 2 Breakthrough, 1 Torrential, 1 Skill Drain, and then 1 Vanities. I recently added back on the Creations because I was testing it to see how it would be without it. It wasn't too bad, but I definitely needed it. But in the end, I definitely needed the Creations because they definitely gave me an edge as far as the situation was concerned. And by the way, side note, not too many people know about this. For everybody who does play Yang Zings, you can activate the set card during the damage step. If they ever decided to go and BS on you saying that that's not the truth, it actually is true. Just call the head judge or something like that. Because, yeah, some people like really seriously believe that you can't activate it during the set card when you can. Alright. And then for the extra deck, I played 3 Boxia. That was pretty much the main card that I kept on synchroning to throughout the entire day. It helped out a lot. Normally people play 2. I choose to play 3. Occasionally I went into the third one, but the reason why I do that is because with the way that I play the combos, especially if I go off with Jiao 2, I can go off into at least 2 and maybe 3 depending on the setup, all in one turn. And then I play 1 Chao Feng, 1 Yazi, 1 Leo, 1 Trish, 1 Clearwing, 1 Black Rose, 1 Nathung, basically the makeshift cowboy of the deck, 1 Armades, 1 Herald, and then I have a few XCs, the Felgrand, the Castell, and the Dweller. I never went into Felgrand not once, but I did go into Castell and Dweller once each throughout the entire day. And then for the side deck choices, I played 2 Veiler, 2 Lancia, 2 Kaiser Coliseum, 2 Diffusion, 1 Mind Control, 1 more Space, and then 2 Iron Wall, 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, and then 1 Lose a Turn. Lose a Turn was originally main decked, but I felt that it slowed me down more than helped me gain my advantage, and I wasn't trying to make this into a super slow-paced deck, because I really don't like slow-paced stun decks like that, unless I absolutely have to put the cards in. Lancia and Diffusions I never really use. Lancer, for some reason, I just didn't feel like oversiding with a bunch of cards that would cause me to not allow people to banish. And then diffusions, I just didn't see any shit alls. So yeah, basically for my standings, I only lost 2 times and I drew into 1. My 2 losses were from an Infernoid player, but that was because of kind of my ignorance dealing with Decatron and stuff, and then dealing with Necros, and that was in the early matchup of the day. And then I drew into Cleese. I honestly did not expect me to even draw into them. I know for a fact that this deck has a pretty decent matchup against them. So basically, throughout the entire day, I faced a random Synchron player, 2-0'd him. First Necros, I lost 0-2. Infernoids, I lost 1-2. BAs, I 2-0'd them. Cleese, I drew. And then Tellarknights, I 2-0'd them. Then I faced Necros again, and I won 2-1. And then I faced a Red Eyes player, I 2-0'd, and then a Ritual Beast player. To my surprise, honestly, I 2-0'd them. So yeah, it was pretty good. So I'm proud of myself for the fact that I managed to top dealing with this deck, especially since it's not pretty much considered a meta deck, but it does have like some of the requirements needed in order to face up against some of the rising meta like Ignites, Cosmos, etc. But yeah, that's basically it. This is the build I'm pretty much going to stick with for the time being until otherwise. So yeah, rate and comment, and I'll see you guys next time.